Welcome to the Patriot Hour. I'm Michael, your host for 3/22/18. Anon, Q clearance. We're going to get into see if there's any new updates. If not, we're going to jump right into the map. We got Ben with us tonight. He's going to be beaming into the studio from his. So we got that. He's going to help us break it down a little bit. So stick around. We're going to get right into it.
You know what letter that is, Grover?
I think so.
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a Q.
Hey, Froggy.
Welcome to the Patriot Hour. I'm Michael, your host. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please hit the subscribe button and maybe after the video, like, share, comment. And that goes for all of you. If you're new to the Anon, Q clearance experience, there's plenty of videos on the channel to bring you up to par. And there's probably several videos across the World Wide Web. So you kind of need to be up to par on this to jump in and just start following along. Without further ado, let's go to Ben. And how you doing tonight, Ben?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on the Patriot Hour tonight. It's exciting times going over this map, and thank you for having me tonight.
Oh yeah, it's always a blessing to have you part of it. True patriots are in control. So yeah, we're talking about the map. We've been talking about it a lot when we chit chat by on the phone or in person. And yeah, we're like, we need to do a thing on the map again together. So that's what we're gonna do. He's Ben just kicked off his own channel, Legacy Truce. You can find that on YouTube, and I believe you got your own website up and running as well, or in the works.
It's in the works, yeah. No, obviously we're trying to do some other things as well. We're here at Legacy Truths. We support what the Patriot Hour does. We always will. This is something that we hold in high regards of, our Constitution, what we're doing here at Truths. So it's more of an ancillary type of a channel that definitely supports what you guys are doing here. And hey, we're just trying to get the truth out as well. And however we can do that, this is what we're trying to do. So.
There's plenty of room for truth. Let's put it that way, folks.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me see here. Okay, let's jump into this map. I'm going to bring it over, and we'll just kind of talk over it. Now, if you guys follow along here, I've been getting tons of questions. How do I access the map? Where is it at? This link will be below. I passed it already, didn't I? Right here. Which one do we want to go into tonight? The black or the key to the QWeb, or black key to the QWeb? Let me see here. There you are. All right, I got you on the line. You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me pull this up. All right. And I'm just gonna I'm actually gonna shut my eyes.
And ran like almost like a carnival. Bloop.
Boom. Where is my mouse?
Where are we landing on here?
I ended up on one of my other screens, but it was right about here. So tip of MkUltra, Operation Mockingbird. What do we know about that, Ben?
Operation Mockingbird. We're talking. This is having to do with the intranet, I believe. I'm trying to think. I don't really know too much about it. I know I've heard it's been a buzzword. That's, I know the Q posts have talked about it. Coming on disinformation. Obviously MkUltra, huge thing. We're talking. This is I think Nazi that was era time frame.
Yes, it was. Well, I just pulled this up. But yeah, it was an early 1950s attempt for the to manipulate the news, the media for propaganda purposes, which definitely started
Now,
after Hitler, World War II.
now,
It funded student and cultural organizations and magazines as front organizations. So it was a CIA program for sure in the early 50s where they started fronting the image that they were legit news.
now, did they go? Was there a court hearings and proceedings that they were being asked by different congressmen if they had agents in news organizations, and they were questioning them, and instead of answering them, I believe wasn't the CIA agent this needs to be getting into the executive orders session kind of questioning. I don't know if that had anything to do with the Mockingbird in the media as well.
Well, I remember some of the Q post he had showed, and WikiLeaks as well, some of the CIA court proceedings that showed that, yeah, they had I can't remember the number of people at that time that were embedded, but like it shows here, Anderson Cooper, CNN. So this gets back into where these people have like offshore accounts. They use secure drop to kind of get the messages in, and then the agenda gets pushed out. So it's not everybody. And I don't really know if, CNN is an owned and operated, CIA.
Who owns CNN? There aren't they either AT&T conglomerate or not a Clear Channel. Who's the other one who owns all that?
Like Viacom and
Viacom. There's another one though that right now AT&T is trying to buy another huge media right now. The government, they're going to be kibosh. Merger may not happen because of monopoly laws that were put into place. If I remember the other company AT&T is trying to merge with, I'll remember to speak up. But you're right about Anderson Cooper. When we look up here, it says Operation Mockingbird up in here. Anderson Cooper, we know that's not his real name. He's a Vanderbilt.
yeah,
And
Vanderbilt.
so we know that he's a Vanderbilt. And we know the Vanderbilts have been working with the CIA for eons. What really caught my eye?
Turner Broadcasting. Is that who owns
Turner
CNN?
Okay. Is it? There's who's the main conglomerate that owns all of that?
Ted Turner.
Well, Ted Turner.
That's what I just looked up.
Company?
It's CNN is owned by
Okay.
Ted Turner, who of course founded and owns a collection of cable networks.
Oh, okay. If you recall, you and I talk a lot about the Hegelian dialectic, that is the problem, reaction, solution, cognitive dissonance, in that little circle. Now,
Yeah.
we know very much so the Hegelian dialectic. Most people don't understand this. When you say the Hegelian dialectic, they're going to say, "Yeah, problem, reaction, solution." That's in the military. That's a classic acronym for real life training. You have a problem, you react to it, and then you find a solution. But
Yes.
but what they're talking about here is not they create the problem. They're going to create the reaction because they want a desired solution.
Yes. The desired outcome.
And so the desired outcome. Now, cognitive dissonance. This is something that I can attest to on a personal level, and I bet you can as well, that you're trying to tell somebody about something. This map, truths we've been talking about, QAnon. Hey, have you thought about this? I've been looking at this, and like, oh, nope, you're crazy. Nope. Doesn't matter what evidence you present to them, no matter how empirical and clear stated it is, they still won't believe it. And right above that, or right underneath that cognitive dissonance, is dissociative identity disorder. And people are doing that for genders. Oh, well, I'm not really a boy. I'm not really a girl. I'm something in between. And that ties into MKUltra. So this is almost mind control or brainwashing at a mass level. And when you say that, people think that you're just off your rocker. but we can, if you start putting these together, and the map does a very good job of that, you can see quite clearly, Reuters 1851, the Associated Press 1846. I mean, these are all the major news entities at the time. That was actually the Tavistock Institute. That's the CIA. They started the Tavistock Institute as well, social engineering. So I don't know. What are some of your thoughts on the dissociative identity disorder and the trauma-based mind control within that little bubble of MK Ultra?
Down here, like Project Monarch.
Yes.
That's like,
Yes.
wasn't that some Nazi? Man, that was like even into the music. So they said like another side of the music industry, the Monarch mind control. Yeah, that has to do. I'm gonna have to pull something up. All I remember is Nazi mind control is what comes to. So Project Monarch.
I remember,
amidst the subtle. So this is the objective, resolving. I'm trying to see what this even says here. Manipulated mediums lies one of the most diabolical atrocities perpetrated upon a segment of human race. A form of systematic mind control which has premeditated every aspect of social society for almost 50 years. So, gullible populace. So I don't know how they're doing this one. Systematic mind control. Ritualized abuse. Triggers. So this one goes back, they say, back to the 19th century even. Or before, pre-19th century. During the 13th century, Roman Catholic Church increased and solidified its dominion throughout Europe. Satanism survived this period of persecution, deeply entrenched itself under the veil of various esoteric groups. So the history of this Project Monarch, that's the evolution of MK Ultra. That's what it kind of derived into.
So would you say that is actually, it'd be more of a Project Monarch would probably be more of an accurate description of what's happened currently, where MK Ultra was kind of like the brainchild back in the early
That's
times.
what it's sounding like over the time. Okay. Yes, exactly. So what about this Reuters 1851? What is that? Associated Press 18? I mean, what is? Yeah, this is when they all came together.
Reuters.
Yeah, Reuters was, Associated Press.
Yep.
Or, I think that okay. I mean, media monopolies, the FCC. So this is all the social engineering. LSD 25, Prozac, benzo, triggers, handlers, trauma-based mind control. Well, these are some of the victims to the right-hand side over here.
Yeah, I'm looking over. Yeah, lone wolf assassinations. I mean,
Lee Harvey, lone
MLK,
wolf, Saran, the guy that killed.
What's his name?
The brother. Dang it, Kennedy. Not John,
Kennedy's JFK, but the other guy. Hey, you hear? Look at you see Jamestown got the whole Kool-Aid town. Yeah, O.J. Simpson, Ruby Ridge.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Hey,
Demon voices. Grabs. See that? Demon voices.
Yes, underneath the.
So. It definitely gets deep here, folks.
Well, I can also see too that it also starts kind of with the coloring sweeps down to the Waco, Texas, 93. Nice child sacrifice there. Then you come to the right underneath that would be the Columbine massacre. Then you're getting into crisis actors, hoax disasters. Then it kind of goes down to the Dark Knight shootout.
In the theater
Sandy
shooting.
Hook says nobody, dude. Sandy Hook, nobody died. So finally, here's somebody else saying what we've been saying for a while, or some people have been saying that these kids that they showed at Sandy Hook getting completely killed, like they're still out playing. We just got their soccer picture from last year's soccer league, and the Boston Marathon.
I actually haven't looked into the Sandy Hook one. I mean, I remember it. I just never. I was into something else when that happened, and I remember tons of people saying, and I never really ever looked into that Boston
There's so
Marathon.
much in going on.
Well,
There's
yes.
now. Do you see
Not that
right
nothing
below the
doesn't
Boston
matter, but
Marathon?
yes.
No, for sure, for sure. There's so much that happens. How can one
Yeah.
person have a grand scope of everything? What's that little that where it's underneath the Boston Marathon? It has that
Craft.
Punisher skull, and it says Craft, and that's private military company, the PMCs. Is that the American Sniper guy? Is that who?
No, I got into that in my last episode
Okay.
up here, Blackwater, Eric Prince. I think he was an
Yes.
ex-SEAL
Okay.
or
Yes.
Spec Op.
Ex-SEAL.
That company was under a lot of attention at one point in the early like mid 2000s, 08, 07, something. But they're linked to this Academia, which is private military company, and they do.
Yeah, they're probably okay.
It looks like their boom craft is they've been involved in they helped with the Boston Marathon possibly. Who knows where they're
Jeez.
tied in? This all to the MK Ultra.
Well,
Maybe
what about?
maybe they provide people out of
Well,
here to help with all these. Remember how the person even at the Florida,
Yep.
they saw somebody in military garb, gear, and
And then
so
swoops down right there to the Vegas massacre,
pyramid
sacrifice.
Jack and Ace.
And that's when it did. Yeah, Jack of Ace. Oh, Jack and Ace. That's that. Oh, who was that? The musician who was playing at the time of the Vegas massacre. Was it Luke Bryan? Not Luke Bryan. Who? I don't. That he had a tattoo. He had a tattoo of a Jack and an Ace, and it was the
Really?
same tattoo on the Illuminati card game. I don't remember. I don't know who that guy is. I don't know his name. But I don't know if you could pull up I'm pretty sure you can Google a picture of first be the Illuminati card game that shows just a Vegas card. It should have a picture of a Jack and an Ace with a couple of showgirl dancers. And I believe that Illuminati card game came out, I think it was in the mid 70s, I think, 70s, 80s, or I could be wrong. I could be.
It's right here.
Maybe early 90s. I know it said it's some there in the Illuminati card game.
Yeah, it's in the black. Look around right up in here where my mouse is.
Yeah.
Right here. Illuminati card game, 1994.
Okay, 94. Okay. So on that Illuminati card game, it has, like it says, the other Vegas card, and then I forgot who that was.
Yeah, I'm looking.
But you're talking about a harvest ritual.
I'm looking. I can't find it. Jason Alderine.
Jason Aldean. Yeah, that's who it was.
Alderine or Aldean.
Jason Aldean. Yeah, he got an old tattoo.
Aldean. I don't know if I can. Jason Aldean. Jack. Ace. Tattoo. Okay, let's see here. I'll bring this up and over. There it is. So Jason Aldean has the Illuminati card tattoo on his arm under a so where's the picture? I'll go back. So right there.
Yeah, I think there's a third, one of the top pictures that shows the actual card and
Right here.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, try that one, because that gives you a good shot of the card. So it's pretty crazy. I mean, is that just coincidence that this was a kind of a earlier picture? I mean, we do know they use pawns, and they use those in. It's like people don't really want to be rich anymore. They just want to be famous, and so they'll do anything they want to be famous. Now, obviously, there was a couple other. He had like the sun, and but it was the two cards they were talking about, which was the Jack of Ace, because it. So what is that? What is that Vegas Illuminati card game? Or what that card? What does it say?
You control the house by spending Vegas action. I don't know what else it would say over there. You may bet from 1 to 3 plot cards with any other player. Roll 2 dice on a 6 or less, then win, and draw from your deck. On a 7 or more, you win, and you draw from their deck.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Oh yeah. Very, very interesting. So, yep, we're here about a little over the 20-minute mark. I think we're gonna take a break, digest some of this. What is your thought on that angle over here? On what was it? Where were we at here? Boom. So we were in the MkUltra again. Kind of, that's what the purple represented. We got down to the Vegas, but yeah, I mean, it just seems tons of coincidences. And like they said before, how many coincidences before it becomes mathematically impossible?
I agree. It's when you talk about trauma-based mind control, I feel this map is a little bit traumatizing. Finding out that a lot of the stuff that we've been laughing about it, and it sometimes they're everybody. Yeah, no, everybody. Everything is coming through. You're talking this Operation Mockingbird started, decades ago.
Decades.
And it's going through right now. And I think this last election, a lot of people saw maybe not glitches, but the gears weren't running as smoothly in the social engineering mass media level during the election. And I think a lot of us saw that and was really taken back. And of course, not surprised at all, but very amazing stuff. That's for sure.
Exactly. What do you think on, real quick before we close it out here, and this might be another episode later, but on the map here, the black area, it's like this code at the bottom tells us, pink and antiquity, blue pre-modern, ETs, fascism, but is the black just there wasn't enough room on the color area, or what is the black section?
Now this is just my opinion. I'm thinking that this was the main topics: antiquity, pre-modern, ETs, fascism. Okay, like this is all your agenda and where it falls on the map. I think the black part is just maybe it blends into 2 or 3 colors, like Seth Rich, patent theft, Clinton Foundation, Benghazi. I believe this is about the lower middle of the page. Is the lowest part of the black area. And I mean, I think that's another one you're looking at right now. It's just different coloring.
Yeah. Okay. No, exactly. I just didn't know if there was something to the...
Because I'm looking at the one in the lower left-hand corner. It says the Elon Musk SpaceX.
Right here.
Or fake SpaceX. Yeah, right there. He's connected to all kinds of stuff, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
And so, I would say that he's also a part of the MkUltra. He's also, I could say he's good fascism, false flags, weather war. I mean, pre-modern ETs. He's already told us that AI will kill people. Elon Musk has already told us that AI will, if you get it on the streets, it will start to kill people. So this is some pretty crazy stuff. And learning to read the map is You could be here for years figuring this stuff, connecting the dots.
That's right. All right. So that was Ben. We were lucky to have him with us tonight, doing an episode going over the map. It's nothing better to get other people's opinions and thought on the whole collective map as a whole. So to all the listeners and viewers and subscribers, anybody new, please subscribe, like, share, ring the bell, join in the conversations. We've had some great debates, conversations spike up in the comment sections, and that's what we want. We want to get everyone's brain working, different ideas, different thoughts, something that maybe you picked up along the way that you can bring and add that, like we said, you just can't cover it all. This map was the collective work of tons of people. Great work. Don't even really know all the hands put in. Some of the work that we've all done has probably ended up in this map overall. So again, I'm Mike from the Patriot Hour. We appreciate everything. Good night. God bless, and we'll see you real soon.
You know what letter that is, Grover?
I think so.
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This
Yeah.
is indeed a Q.
Hey, Froggy.
By the way, if you're still here, there were no Q updates. I just checked. I know we forgot to in the episode, but I just checked while the outro was on. So forgive me, but good night. God bless.